Leader of the third party.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. As the Premier and the Opposition House Leader have noted, 3 years ago, human dignity, sovereignty and peace were threatened by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The result has been hundreds of thousands of people killed or wounded, cities turned to ruin, millions of Ukrainians displaced, and a destabilization of global politics. I have to say, on a personal level, I'd hoped we were beyond this. I hoped we were better than this, fighting and killing each other for national territory when there are existential threats to our way of life. As we enter the 4th year of this war and humanitarian crisis, it is more important than ever for British Columbia to extend its unwavering support to Ukraine. We cannot allow geographical distance or time elapsed to render us apathetic to the brutalities inflicted on Ukrainians. We must not ignore the violence against the Ukrainian people that continues just as fiercely today. We must stay vigilant against hate and fight back against the influx of disinformation, mistrust, and deception coming from Russia, Putin, and those under his influence. We must ensure that peace is led by Ukrainian leaders and acknowledge the need for international support to rebuild. That effort must be led from Kyiv based on Ukrainian interests, not financial interests out of Washington. We must not let global leaders bully Ukraine and use this crisis for their own personal gain. The sovereignty of Ukraine is not up for debate, just as our Canadian sovereignty is non-negotiable. Above all, we must remember the people of Ukraine, the many innocent lives lost, families separated, and vibrant communities torn apart, the millions displaced and severed from their homes, the dreams, hopes, and desires that make up Ukraine lost to needless war. While remembrance and reflection are important, they must also be met with action. This crisis is ongoing, and it's our duty to stay committed to Ukraine and its people. Last year in this House, Sonia Furstenau said that this crisis should serve as a wake-up call to us all about the importance of unity and resilience. This sentiment is just as relevant as it was last year, and I encourage us all to rally together behind our friends in Ukraine. To continue fighting alongside them for their sovereignty and right to self-determination, to ensure nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine, to foster a British Columbia that is welcoming and safe for all Ukrainians who need it, to be optimistic and hopeful for our future together, and to create a world in which we might cast aside the horrors of war in exchange for respectful dialogue, cooperation, and peace. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.